It's All Things Considered on HPR1, and I'm Dave Lawrence. SOJA is back in the islands, touring behind a new album amidst the noise and haste. Singer Jacob Hemphill called in to discuss it and how the band spreads a message of inclusion and empathy through their reggae sound, including the new song, Translation of One, aimed at fighting homophobia.
Pick up your hatred and find it in the pages, and then translate it to look just like you made it, and change the faces to look just like your faces, and you can change the names to fit into your translation of one.
Every generation has their own translation of one. And for my dad and his dad, it was African Americans and getting them included in the word one. Before them, it was getting Jews included in the word one. And the generation before that, it was getting women included. You know, in life, you got to put yourself in other people's shoes, and you're really supposed to understand that we're all here, and that's what songs like Translation of One are about.
What lyrics on that record would you say come from the place of deepest humility or revelation?
That's a great question. I'm going to answer it a little bit differently than you asked. Amid all of the soldiers and the gay rights, and we're destroying our environment, and our political system's broken, I think that if we could learn how to live, looking through the world with compassion for other people in their situations, that a lot of this stuff would be easy. We'd go, wait a minute, we can't rip down all the forest. It's ridiculous. And then somebody says, yeah, but you're going to get 2 cents less on your paycheck. The guy would probably say, yeah, that's fine. I can't destroy the earth. Oh, gay people can't get married. And then the guy says, well, you know, actually, it's kind of messed up for you to tell other people they can't be happy. You know, think about if somebody told you you couldn't marry your wife, and say, oh, okay, actually, I see that. But the only way we can make those decisions and make them as easy ones is if we operate out of love instead of out of competition, accumulation, and hatred. So that's the point of Amid the Noise and Haste. Amid all this noise and amid all this haste, there's love. Same way a 7-year-old kid holds the hand of another 7-year-old kid when they fall. Because we all come into this world as good people, and then we all become a bunch of assholes. So if we can just find that thing that we were born with and cherish it, it sounds corny to say all you need is love, but if you can find that, and I bet all that other stuff, the noise and the haste, gets a lot easier.
It sounds like the simplest phrase, but in fact,
it's the real deal.
It seems there's actually a lot of truth to that. Like love is a much deeper, more complicated thing.
I know what you mean, bro. It's true. There's love and sadness, and there's love and happiness, because sadness and happiness both remind you of the one reason why love exists, because we're mortal. Love exists so that we take care of each other. If I lived to be 1,000,000 years old, you wouldn't care about me, but you know that I have a finite lifespan, and so you're pushed to take care of me. Love is what lets the human race live. If it wasn't for love, we would have never gotten this far, because we never would have taken care of each other. That is why love is here, to protect us, because we are mortal, and you feel it at a funeral the same way you feel it when a baby's being born. It's the same feeling.
It's like when you look in someone else's eyes and you realize you're looking at yourself in so many ways.
There's a phrase, Ubuntu, in West Africa, and it means I am because you are. We need each other. I am because you are, and without you, there is no me. And that's the way that we're wired on the inside.
Lenny Kravitz says, let love rule. He says, love transcends all space and time.
Yeah, that's a fact. And when you talk about space and time and you think humans that you may remember, they all share one thing. Bob Marley, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, Jesus Christ. There's one thing that they all did better than anyone else in history, and that's love people. And we never think about the Donald Trumps and the Dan Snyders. But look at who humans remember. We don't remember none of those people, because truthfully, deep down, we care about love. I think we've all just come so far from what we're supposed to be, to really feel real human feelings. And that's the stuff we remember. It's the stuff we care about. Life is a long process if you let it be. If we sit around and do what we're taught, which is refuse to change and grab as much crap as you can, then life is kind of like a jail cell. It's like a sentence where you go from one situation you hate to the next situation you hate. But if you kind of look around and see life as something that's going to keep coming at you, you got to keep learning. You got to always change who you are as you learn. Keep an open mind and put yourself in other people's shoes. Then it's a process. That's something that I and a lot of other humans have a problem with, is closing our eyes to our own very obvious situation. So, you know, just try to keep your eyes open, man. And that's kind of my goal, I guess.
I love it. Continuing their tour of the islands. Tomorrow night at the Max, Saturday at the Waikiki Shell. It's Jacob Hemphill from the band SOJA. Really enjoy the kind of dialogue that's capable with you, dude.
Thank you very much for saying that. I like to talk. It's good to talk to you, too.